Welcome to the Redink tutorials. This is a video where I will show you how you can use Redink to complete Excel forms. So any kind of forms that you have in Excel and that take you time to complete manually, you can ask Redink to do it for you. In my specific example, I want to show you how to complete the data breach incident assessment form, one that is defined, has been published by an association in Switzerland on data protection. I have here as a basis a sample data breach case. It's just a Word file that has been provided by the business. It could also be an email content, whatever you have, and whatever you will get. I will close this now. It's here in the Word. This is the form that we have. We have here an English version. This is a documentation assessment of data security breaches with a lot of fields to be completed, many drop downs that are to be completed here as well. And we will have that now filled out by Redink automatically based on our case. To do so, I go and select all the columns that are relevant here and use now freestyle. I'll take the second freestyle variant, which is the one where I can basically go and choose which model I want to use. And I'll choose the secondary model, Gemini 3 Flash, which comes now in my configuration with reasoning budget. So the primary model is a fast model. We don't want it to think about what it has to do, just do it. And this model is one that is configured to provide more thoughts into before it provides its response, which is a good idea to do here because this is quite a complex task and we want to consider the quality is higher. You could use even a better model to do that, but I'll use this one now, and which is still pretty fast, and I'll click on OK. And now I could enter the prompt. I could enter here the prompt and say, please complete me this form, all the gray fields, etc., and do that. I want to show you, however, how to use the prompt library because the prompt library happens to contain the sample that you can also download, a sample prompt for filling out this form. It has been prepared and I just click OK and go down and see here the Excel data breach form. And you can also look at the prompt in here. You can define it, you can change it. It is not very long and not very complicated. It basically says fill out the form, and it says which fields, the gray fields, you need to provide a small command so that Redink will see the fields. You can use some parameters in here, and of course the data placeholder for the data breach document. I click now OK. This will use and immediately execute this prompt. If you want to type or change it, you would have to do this in the previous page and use the slash key to call up the prompt library. This would work as well, but here I can just go on with it because it's all done. I now have to enter the language because this was part of the parameters in the prompt. I say English is fine. And the only thing I have to do now is to basically pull here the Word document with the case and let the system work. And what it has done now, it has now gathered all the fields and values and drop downs and everything in the columns that I have selected of this form. This has all been compiled and sent together with the sample data breach case to the LLM, which is now thinking of how to complete which field that has been provided to it. It will now compile a list that contains for each field that needs to be, for each cell essentially that needs to be completed, it will compile a list of the values that is to be inserted. And this will be shown to us so we can check it if we want to before it's applied. But usually I would recommend to simply basically insert the text as you've received it and to then go on to manually edit this. This can take a few minutes. It always depends a bit on the complexity. Also, you need, of course, a bit powerful LLM to do that job, but it is really a time saver, and you can use also the prompt to have a certain direction of your assessment, because it will also do some risk assessments in here and come up with certain explanations. You can guide the AI how you want this form to be fulfilled. And it will now certainly very soon come up with a response and show this in a second window that will allow me to edit the text and to check it before it's inserted. You also have to make sure, of course, that the language is right, that we've done with the prompt, and that the Excel is not locked, so that the AI can add some text. And here is the text. It has now, for all the cells in there, it has the proposed content, which you can now simply go and basically have it applied. So I'll do this now. I'll check OK, and with one click, it has been inserted. And you see here that all the information from the case has been added, including risk assessments and explanations of what has happened. And you can now go and basically have this also assessed. It comes up here with a risk assessment. In this case now, it did not properly complete this assessment. I want this now to be done. Maybe the model was too lightweight. And this is why I will now go and ask it to complete this as well again. So I will check here freestyle and we'll say complete drop downs for all columns C, D, E based on the existing assessments. That's what I will provide. And now it has collected the information here and will now go and provide me the text for the rest of it. It has now gotten this one, and here I have now a better response. Okay, now it's in here, and I have this done. So this is the assessment that has been made based on basically these terms, and you can now go and edit this and have things changed. You could also use the chatbot that's built into Excel if you want to work on particular elements. If you want to add something to it, you can basically get assistance from AI all over and ask about specific cells and even have formulas drafted if that's necessary. But this was simply to fill out. And you can also do this with all kinds of other forms, so that the commands that I've given and redink is agnostic. So it's not designed for this form. It can use whatever form that you have. And I hope this is some inspiration and will help you also to do your work better. Or not better, do it more efficient with the help of AI, and wish to see you in one of the next videos.